Okay, y'all back. Hey, what happened was the camera suddenly turned off, and I was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? And so I used my digital analyzer to look at everything on the thing, and I couldn't see anything wrong. And finally I realized that I ran out of space because, like, I guess I record too much crap on my phone. Oops. That was okay. And so then I went in and I dumped a bunch of stuff off my phone. And while I was in there, I was like, hey, what I can do is, see how this looks? Can you see it? Paleolanceolate, right? Yeah, oops, I almost dropped it. That could have been a tragedy. So, yeah, that's how it looks. And so what I've decided to do is completely change it. You're like, what? Yeah, I thought about it, and I'm like, hey, what if I, like, made something twisty and weird? And it's not because I can't finish this nicely. I actually can make this kind of Cody-ish and nice looking, semi sort of. I feel confident. But I was thinking to myself, I can't remember what I've done the most of on video, but knowing me, it's just punting on paleolanceolate crap because it's easy. I'm like, well, that just isn't right. Hey, I just took a thing off there. What do you recommend I do about that? You can take big old flakes that you don't want to take sometimes, these dang thickabraders or courseabraders. That's a 20-mile speed limit, sir. Okay. What to do, what to do. Well, we got that hinge there. All right. Here we go. Wish us extreme levels of luck. I need to hammer this copper. I need like a giant, somebody needs to invent, you know what I was saying about, like, the Ishi stick made out of a gun barrel? Yeah, that'd be cool. But somebody needs to invent like a pencil sharpener for copper, where you just stick the end of your Ishi stick in a big round pencil sharpener looking thing, and it sharpens it. If you want to do it right, you could have it where it, like, dispenses you some sort of beverage at the same time. That would give you a libationistic incentive to resharpen your tools. Okay, so there's that. I did that, so now I'm going to do this side. I promise to go quickly on this. If I have to make the ugliest point on the freaking planet, I am perfectly willing to do so to keep from boring you, my constituency, or whatever it is, viewership. Push them suckers across there. Oh, wait a minute, I need to do the base first. Organization. Well, if I'm going to do the base, I'm going to do the base opposite the other part. I'll bevel the base opposite the other part. So if that's beveled that way, then the base needs to be beveled that way. Okay. The base is too thin. I got it too thin with all those other shenanigans I was doing. So this is going to be kind of like a cross between a Pandel and an agate basin. What you say? Yeah. And yeah, I'm doing it in sets. It only makes sense. All you gotta do is flip the thing. I probably ought to be doing this on leather now, but maybe I'll switch in a minute. These edges are crunchy though. This rock is crunchy. It isn't actually a bad rock though. I haven't had many problems with it. All my problems today have just been lack of coordination due to extreme fault by my wife of giving me sugary stuff. Yeah. Won't blame the rock this time. We'll blame Mrs. Freeze Cracked. It's just our secret though. I don't want her knowing because she'll get mad. She's scary enough when she's not mad. Okay. Yeah, buddy, this is starting to look, you know, really, really special. This could be my favorite point that I have made There's this kid across the street that like when he comes home from elementary school, he like almost breaks the door down trying to beat on it to get his mom to let him in. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, so what am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm beveling. All right. It's kind of cool when you just sort of decide that there is no right or wrong on a point you're making, and you just don't. You want it to have sharp edges, and that's your only concern. So in order to change the look of this a little bit, we will go with the leather and we will hope for the best. Where's my little leather spacer thingy? Dang it. Where is it? What? Oh, there it is. It's in the wrong thing. So I have this little leather spacey thingy. And in theory, this keeps me from hinging like a big dog when I'm pushing on this. But in actuality, it's annoying to me and I don't really like it. Okay, so we'll go with the small one, and we'll do a little more on this base. Flip it. I really need to do my goodness. There's allergens in the air, I can tell. Yes, I do know it's dweeby to gripe about your allergens on international internet, but the longer I'm retired, the less I care. You go through your whole life caring, and then you reach a point where like, hey, there's nothing in it for me anymore. What do I care? All right, here we go now. Y'all be quiet so I don't screw this up. You know, the trick is to just use the leather to make it run without using the leather to make it stop. Didn't make much sense. But you can use the leather to make it do interesting crap. Hey Dove, get your own channel. How many doves are out here? I really wish I understood birds better. Like, the heck are they up to with all that cooing stuff or whatever it is? And are they really dinosaurs that didn't go extinct? Like little dinosaurs that flew away and didn't get killed off by whatever? I never had the slightest idea how much some stuff was beveled till I went to an artifact show in Central Texas, and man, some stuff is like seriously beveled. Like they got paid extra based on how much beveling they did. Some of them were early mathematicians inventing paleo-parallelograms. Yeah, I said it. Trapezoids. Okay, yeah, this is definitely twisting. So, I find this kind of stuff fun. By the way, if you wonder what point type this is going to be, this is going to be called, now and forevermore, a Texas Twister. Texas Twister. You heard it here first. And you're like, how do I know it's a Texas Twister? Well, because I'm the one putting a twist on it, and I'm darn sure in Texas. All right. I want to have made up the perfect flint knapping or Texas flint knapping t-shirts and ball caps. The problem is I have way too high standards for that kind of stuff. I like fitted ball caps. I don't like them one size fits all crap. and high quality stuff. Unlike my napping. I mean, it's one thing to settle when you're dealing with flint, but it's another thing to settle when you're dealing with ball caps and t-shirts. I probably ought to start running partial sets down here to put extra twist near the front. If I was smart, that's what I would be doing. Where's the other? Where's the other? Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, I like this a whole lot better than a paleo lanceolate. A whole lot better. There's a shadow here. Oh my gosh, there's a shadow of the bone creeping over the work. It's tricky working on the leather. You got to figure it out. It takes a while. Ain't like using the notched pad. Because what you're doing is you're pushing and the flake runs down and contacts the leather, but then you want it to keep going somewhat. But you want to kind of control it and have it go like you want it to go, how far and everything, and it's tricky. Because you normally don't want it to go all the way over to the backside and stick into your finger. Because it's hard to do that without screaming. And even if you don't care if that happens at home, you don't want it happening, you know, at a nap-in where people, manly men, are listening. Shoot, man, I may have to untwist this. This thing's getting out of control. I like it. See, I'm just going part way down. You know, the cool thing about this kind of stuff, you make something like this and you can post it online and 87 people will argue for a day and a half over what to call it. And you know, that's just fun right there. This stuff is crunchy though, it doesn't have great edge quality. It's alright though. See, the cool thing is, I mean, this looks real because There's no way your average modern napper would intentionally make anything this ugly, so it's got to be real, right? Oh yeah, man. Well, I like it. A little black so I can see it. Dang, it's like 27 minutes. Be right back.